But you said that y'all spend an immense amount of quality time together during quarantine. My question is, was quality time screwing or was quality time actually talking?
No, my other non-negotiable was this. She could have no kids. Or maybe one.
You would have died if I had a baby daddy. Because what ends up happening is the enemy will get y'all to screwing so much that it feels like we're compatible. Like, people love saying that, oh, we have threesomes and we believe in polygamy, but they don't talk about the abortions that they've had. They don't talk about the side chick got pregnant multiple times, and they don't talk about how they had to take pills for 7 daes for chlamydia. Like, literally, I had talked to, right before you, somebody that was 20 years older than me. I was 20 and they were 40.
No, I'm just kicking this dude. What's up, baby? What's going on? TK? What's going on, baby?
No, that wasn't how he was.
Hey, where you want to go? We want to go Red Lobster? You want to go today?
Like, I dated a kid one time. I mean, when I say kid, I mean somebody my age. And it was the worst experience of my life. My name is TK.
And my name is Namdi.
And you are Pillow Talking with the Iwegbus. Yes. Welcome back for another episode 24.
Episode 24.
We in here. Looking stepping heavy, y'all.
Recently, there has been a string of relationship issues going on in the hip-hop industry. All right, so you got the Jeannie Mai and Jeezy divorce filing that just happened. Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor, they're splitting after, I believe, 10 years.
Crazy.
And then you might even want to throw in Remy Ma and Papoose. Okay, you seen the viral reel. That's a rumor going on there as well. So relationship issues right now in hip hop is going crazy. Just like 3 within a week.
No, for real.
One that I really wanted to particularly highlight was Jeezy and Jeannie Mai.
Yeah.
After 2 years,
that's it,
and also having a child together, they have decided to call it quits with Jeezy filing those papers.
Jeezy.
All right. And then it said that it's basically irreconcilable. They can't, like, he's like, we can't even work on this. And he's also going for joint custody on his child. Props on that. But when it comes to it, this threw me off in a way because they said some things. They had a report from Entertainment Tonight, and they were talking to Jeannie Mai. And this was just nearly 3 months, babe, after they got married. This is what she said to them. She said, oh, my God, married life feels 1,000% different than when we were dating in the greatest way, she said. So she said, I loved our dating life. We spent time together, concentrated quality time, getting to know each other, making sure we were right for each other. Hold on, I'm going to rewind that. Getting to know each other. Making sure we were right for each other. So they spent time quarantined through 2020.
Right.
And they're like,
so
you
that's
know what?
A year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, a good amount of that time. And then they said, let's go ahead and let's get married. Spent quality time with each other. So first off, I want to hop off on this. I want to ask the wife here. Let me know, what type of time you think they were spending? If now we talk about,
why would you ask me that? You want me to be spicy.
family values, and we talking about we out in 2 years.
Yeah,
this is very fresh. Go ahead, babe.
No, I think it's definitely strange. So for there to be irreconcilable, is that how you say it?
Irreconcilable differences.
And it was family, right? Like, kind of surrounding family.
Yeah, family values.
So that probably is religion or like something in that case.
How you want to raise your child, things of that sort. Yep.
But you said that y'all spend like an immense amount of quality time together during quarantine. My question is, was quality time screwing or was quality time actually talking? Yeah. Because in my mind, religion, family values, qualities, that comes out pretty quickly.
It does.
That is something that we gon' get. What you believe in? Yeah. Christmas. How do you feel about holidays? Yeah. What do you feel about Halloween? What do you feel about Jesus? Do you believe that like, that's something that we're gonna get out pretty darn fast. And you telling me you spent, okay, let's say quarantine was maybe not 8 months, 6, I don't know. That's still more than enough time. It really is. So it just has me to, and this is why we always talk about the quality of dating. Because a lot of people say that they're dating, and it's like, and what is that? You literally have to ask, what does dating mean to you? Because now it means screwing. Now it means we are having sex so much that we're basically a couple. Yep. Like courting is just no longer a thing. And so it's confusing because again, y'all are saying that there are irreconcilable differences. Y'all are saying all these different type of stuff that I feel like y'all, since y'all spent so much time, that was something that y'all should have been and talked about.
Yeah, definitely. You quarantined up. This is why, and we're talking, again, we not talking like we were perfect in ours, anything like that. But this is why we preach so much, man. The dating process, the courting process should be like an interview process. You already know what your non-negotiables is. This is what they need to fill the job, okay? Y'all want to hear some moms that I had? Okay, like I said, to fill her job, she had to have some pretty feet.
Jesus, okay. Why do you say this? I have literally called
toes
people,
had to be right.
I have literally caught people looking at my feet because you say it so much. So? Yes.
Tell me next time so I can say something.
I literally wish you would stop saying that.
Y'all better not be watching my white feet, all right? They so beautiful. They, gosh. Anyway, do not look at them. Anyway, so that was one of my non-negotiables, okay? My non-negotiable, guess what? Check out double standard coming. Warning, warning, warning. Check this out. My other non-negotiable was this. She could have no kids. Or maybe one.
You would have died if I had a baby daddy.
Oh, it wouldn't.
You would not be able to handle the hell that I have gone through with your baby mama.
Negotiables was it. So this is why I'm saying, if you're a single person right now, man, why, this is why we do this. Some people think, man, they want to act like you're holier than thou, or you putting yourself on. No. We just believe that God's way is the best way.
Yeah.
No fornication, all that. Why? Because we have reaped the consequences of it. Okay? If it wasn't for our faith, we would be like Jeezy and them right now.
Yeah, so let's give them a real example. So me and Namdi, when we first, so we were friends for a little bit, and we were hanging out, and then we ended up being intimate. We got pregnant, and then we kind of like slid into marriage pretty quickly, right? Yeah. Got engaged 6 months later.
Went through counseling. But a lot of that time, we couldn't just be like chill in dating. We couldn't just be like, take me to Applebee's, because now I went from being your friend to being a stepmom and a new mom that's pregnant. Like, it was a lot that was happening. And so from the moment that we got pregnant, I don't think we dated like just what people would necessarily consider dating. Nah. And so the downfall to that, there was an incident that ended up happening years later into our marriage when the whole Trump who was in the running? I think it was Trump Biden.
Yeah, Trump Biden.
Yeah.
And when that whole situation happened, that was the moment that we realized, we are literally far left and right in our views. Yeah. And I didn't know that Namdi that it was tearing our marriage apart. Namdi was really like, I was upset that we didn't agree, but I wasn't like it's over. Namdi was like, what is this? I don't know who I married. And it's like, those are, again, this is why we talk about the quality of your dating, because what ends up happening is the enemy, because that's who this is, will get y'all to screwing so much that it feels like we're compatible. Right? Because your demons are matching my demons, all these spirits and this lust steaming in the air. We're both attractive. We might got a few things in common, but because sex is so cloudy, we don't really dive in to be like, is your mama crazy? What's up with your history? What do you got any like cuckoo people in your family? Okay, any diseases in your family? Cancers that run in your family? Is anybody, you know what I'm saying? If I have a child, what could I expect for my kid to come out like? Yeah. Like, you don't talk about these things. And I think that it's just, we are not intentional with our dating. Okay. And then we get to this place where it's like, irreconcilable. No, you did not talk in your dating. Let's just be honest. You did not act. And let me say this, a lot of times for women that are, especially for women that got pregnant, for whatever, when you're in there, you kind of afraid to ask some questions too. Like, I don't even want to know nothing that's going to make me want to leave. Yeah. So I'm going to just kind of put that under the rug. You know, I'm not.
Yeah, it's like, I think for women, it's like, I'm almost close. Okay. Almost close to that ring.
Yeah, I'm almost close to the ring. I can deal, you know, even with Namdi, you know, having 2 women. I try not to say baby mamas. How you say it, babe?
2 kids by other women.
2 kids by other. No, 2 different women that whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying. 2 baby mamas.
I can't stand that word. Go ahead.
I didn't ask enough questions about that.
Yeah.
I just didn't. Like, when Namdi presented that situation to me, he was like, "Oh, they're cool. They were not." Like, they were the complete
you
opposite.
Wrong. That's what they said.
So how Namdi was viewing the politics and he was ready to get up out of here, I was ready to get up out of there because of them baby mamas. Yeah. I was like, what did I walk into? What and it got to a place where I was like, I don't know you. Mm-hmm. What's your past like? Why all your exes crazy? Why nobody saved and love the Lord and really rocking with Christ and got some sense? Why? Who? And then it's like, who are you? You know? Yeah. And so this is real life. When we say, when we say these things, y'all are not watching people that are just super holy and super Christian saying, hey, don't have sex because you're going to go to hell. No, we're saying this because y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand the hell that we've had to go through. Y'all don't understand the weight and the pressure that we've had to go through. And catch this part, that was avoidable. Yeah. Yeah. That was avoidable. We went through avoidable storms. Yeah. We went through avoidable wars. Avoidable. Yeah. Had we talked, had we took our time, had we slowed down, and had we kept our hands off of each other. Yeah. Now the Lord turned it around for our good, right? Because we were repetitive. We didn't just go out and live a reckless lifestyle. We did what we had to do to, you know, clean up the path and get things right. But there are some things that we could have avoided had we actually dated properly. Yeah, definitely, man. So that's the reason why we go so hard on that. I even just saw a report where she's saying that, at least from what I just saw, that she actually wants her family back. She wants her family unit back. Because obviously he's the one who filed papers. So that's different. And that's rare. Most of the time it's women that actually file the papers. I believe it's like 8 out of 10 marriages that end, women are the ones that are filing the papers. But babe, I don't want to jump too much on them. We got to let Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor get some of this. Oh, yeah. Because this is the couple that like to bring the other people in the bedroom together. Yeah, Tiana Taylor. And we just got through talking about this last episode, so we're not going to dance on it too hard. Yeah. But it's just like, what do y'all think? You just take them to the strip club. Okay, so first and foremost, we don't know why. Yeah, we don't know why. Yeah. I'm not saying we don't know why. So, you know, we don't know what happened. Yeah. She said they're still best friends and all those things. Yeah. But I just think when you sharing with other fleshes and you bringing other souls up in y'all mix, it's not going. I don't think that it ever too much ends well. There's few anomalies that say, man, I guess they skated all the way out to their 60s and 70s and they've been just nasty forever, okay? I don't want to know what their eternity gonna look like, though, okay? That's one part. Inside. Yeah, for real. People never tell you the dark side of all this stuff that they do. We were just talking about that. We were literally just talking about, like, people love saying that, oh, we have threesomes and we believe in polygamy, but they don't talk about the abortions that they've had. They don't talk about the side chick got pregnant multiple times and she's, you know what I'm saying? They don't talk about the diseases. They don't talk about how they had to take pills for 7 days for chlamydia. They don't talk about getting caught up in some stuff and fighting some Negroes because he didn't know his wife was. Exactly. They don't talk about none of that. They don't really get to none of that. None of those sides. Yeah, so it's a dark side. And that's where I believe, babe, the Iwegbu is what we do. We come in the guy. We like, no, we're going to give you the real. Yeah. We're going to bring you even behind the scenes of our own marriage. And we're going to let you know, hey, yeah, you could do it this way. Let me tell you what these consequences look like. Okay? And the result for us may not be the same for you. Okay. All right. So hey, let's stick on that for a little bit because we done had people tell us, y'all turned out good. Yeah. That's not everybody's story. Exactly. That's not everybody's story. Because most time people be, when you trying to tell them like, sis, bro, like, stop sleeping with him. Stop sleeping with her. Like, let me stop getting cloudy. And then they be like, well, I mean, well, like, but you and y'all turned out pretty cool. It's just like,
Yeah, man, but you don't know the HEL we didn't have to go through.
Y'all, I have
had
so many people turn on me and say that. Like, I'm like,
they don't want to take
sis, this. But I mean, didn't you live with Namdi before y'all got married? And that's why I'm telling you to not do it, man, because it was chaotic.
I give y'all some homework, and to validate our words, look up some of the percentages, the percentage of what the divorce rate, what the potential of divorce is for you. If you do shacking up first, if you have intimacy first, all those different things, look at what percentages it goes up. It's very staggering. I even went over with those percentages with her before we even got married. I'm like, you sure you want to even try to do this?
This man said,
we got it all against us.
He said, before we even got engaged or anything, he said, sat me in the kitchen at the kitchen table. We have a 200% chance of divorce. I was like,
based off of your mama's and daddy's divorces, my mama and daddy's divorces, us, having a child already. We had a lot of everything is stacked up against you. So anyway, again, they don't tell you about the dark side of this. One of the things that kind of irritated me, and we'll kind of get off of this situation here, babe, is that I seen sometimes like other people talking about they're losing hope in marriages. People that even, I believe, are believers. That's like, I'm just losing hope in marriage. After you see these people in the hip hop industry starting to split up and have issues, what you think about that?
Okay, first and foremost, y'all losing. Okay.
What's up?
I just got to bring it back. Y'all, people, okay. It's almost like when I hear that people are losing hope off of watching Hollywood, I feel like it's almost like, okay, I'm not going to say it like that because that's not nice. So let me say this in a nice way that is good for your taste buds. Y'all don't need to be looking at Hollywood for goals anyways. I would go as far as to say as y'all don't need to look at people in general.
Come on.
Your goal should be what is in the word, right? I know one thing that we really don't like hearing is the word, right? Earlier today, I went live and this weirdo, because I had to block him, but he was talking about, because he was actually talking about me. And he was like, what should I do if I lust after someone else's wife? And we're all talking. And I said, well, if y'all want to talk Bible, the word says that you're supposed to pluck your eye out. It says that if your arm is causing you to sin, you're supposed to cut your arm off, or your hand. You're supposed, and so what that means is go as far away as possible. Do all that you can to not sin, to not get caught up in some situations. And we just love to like skip over. And I don't gotta look at another married couple to see how I'm supposed to respond and be as a wife. I can look in my word. Although most times that is the most difficult thing to do, it is the right thing to do. So y'all don't, I mean, look, we're glad that you're here with us. We're glad that y'all are watching us. But anything we say, y'all go to the word. Man, anything that we talk about, y'all go to the word. If we've ever opened up our mouth and said something that was in opposition of the holy word, the Lord has probably already rebuked us, or he will.
For real.
So even when it comes, like I said, to good people that actually love the Lord, that y'all can see a couple, y'all like, no, they fire. He's a man that's on fire. That's great. You can take some advice. You can take some tips. But the people that you want to look up to, the thing that you want to look up to is Jesus and the bride, the Holy Spirit, God, the word. That's all you need when it comes to an example, because people are people. Yeah. And so, when I see people, and then I'm going to just say this too. I feel like people be so ready to clown something that is kingdom. See, that's why I don't go to church, because this, and that. But y'all don't say nothing about these trifling clubs. Y'all don't say nothing about these neutral gender restrooms. Y'all scared to say what a man is. Y'all scared to say what a woman is. Y'all scared to say that God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, not Eve and Shamika. No, y'all scared to say that. But as soon as somebody got us something against the church, against marriage, against family, against, y'all be ready. See, that's why I'ma just have my toys and just be a hoe. Okay, that's on you. That's on you. But what you're gonna find out when you're 50 and you're still alone and you're ran through is that the best way to do all things is the way that God says to do it. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to be disappointed in a Hollywood couple that was inviting women in their bedroom. That's foolish to me.
It's very foolish.
Was that too hard?
Very foolish. No, it's not. It's the truth. It's pointless. It's the
foolish.
truth.
Why are you looking at Tiana Taylor? They told y'all they was bringing women in. You want that for you? Don't make that your goal. And I saw the girl that said that, and I was just disappointed in her. Like, see, y'all making marriage look y'all got people looking foolish or silly or something. Like, they don't got nobody looking nothing.
Yeah, I looked at it like the world's doing what they do.
They do what they do.
It's just like, I'm not like, oh wow, no, my gosh, no, they're getting, like, they could say Jay-Z and Beyonce getting divorced tomorrow. I'd be like, makes sense to me.
Makes a whole lot of sense.
Like that don't, it don't really, like, their covenant isn't before the Lord. They're doing it a whole different way. Yeah, they're writing their rules the way that they do it. Yeah,
people be all in false doctrines, and they be putting upside down cross on their chest, and y'all be like, dang, their marriage didn't work.
Yeah, believers, you should never have your hope in anyone but the Lord. Point blank. Period. So man, what do y'all think about it? I want to see what y'all saying in the comments below. Let us know right now. This is an Iwegbu production.
Period.
So we like to stay tapped in with y'all and get questions and answer them live. And so I had a particular question that came across the board to me. And I was like, we got to talk about this. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to ask this question. I'm also ask this to you guys too. I'm going to ask this question to you, babe. Mm-hmm. But someone asked, is there a preferred age to be married? So to get married. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, so I'm laughing because
do you want me to go in on my findings first, or you want me to?
No.
Okay, cool.
So first and foremost, I got married at 22.
Yeah, she was 22. I had just turned 30. Yep.
Yeah. I got pregnant at 21. I got married at 22. That is super young. Like, that is, when I think about it, because I always felt so mature for my age. Because I felt so mature for my age, I never thought anything of it. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm supposed to do this. I'm grown. Like, I know how to talk that talk. I always knew.
You were seasoned.
I was definitely
seasoned. You was hanging around with your mom at the IHOP doing Bible studies and stuff.
Yeah, I've always been. And I mean, literally everybody around me knew that I would marry somebody older. And like, literally, I had talked to, right before you, somebody that was 20 years older than me. I was 20 and they were 40.
Cat daddy.
Definitely had a cat daddy. His daughter was actually
What's going on, sugar swing thing? What's going on with you, baby?
His daughter was actually like 23. You ain't even listening, man.
No, I'm just thinking, I'm just picturing this dude. What's up, baby? What's going on? TK, what's going on, baby?
No, that wasn't how he was.
Hey, where you want to go? We want to go Red Lobster? Where you want to go today? Well, I'm after I get through watching this Chief game. I'll be over there and pick you up. What you want to go, Gates? I got you, baby. Get you a full plate. You know how I go. All right, baby girl. Caught you, baby girl in there.
First of all, that's like somebody that's like 60. You're about to be 40. So are you talking like that?
Oh, never mind.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's a little bit older.
That's like 60, babe. That man was not on that phone with me. Why he picking his teeth the whole time? Get on my nerves.
All that just made me think about some old cat daddy uncle.
Gosh, Lee, I can't even remember what I was saying.
I'm sorry, babe.
Anywho, y'all, he want to be an actor so bad. Somebody give this man a job.
She won't let me.
No, you can act. You just need to be the neighbor that's single, corny, and a weirdo. No. You can't have no girl. You can't have a woman. Why you want a woman?
I don't want to. I don't. But yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to.
Baby, come on.
Baby, I really don't.
This is why I didn't want to go live with you.
Okay, please don't hurt me in front of these people.
Jesus.
They my protection right now, because usually she been trying to hurt me.
I'm so glad y'all getting to see this side of Nami.
But no, for real.
Because they think I'm crazy. They don't know that you're the one that's...
Yeah, I just...
Okay, anyway. The point that... Oh, I'm sorry, babe.
No, you good.
The point that I was making is everybody knew that I would marry older. Like, everybody knew that. So I got married young, honestly, just thinking that was very much normal. I'm like, I'm grown. I have I wasn't even attracted. Like, I dated a kid one time. When I say kid, I mean somebody my age. And it was the worst experience of my life. It was the worst, most childish, most kiddiest exchange of a man in my life. And I said, never again. I'm definitely not doing this. So yeah, when I got married young, it was normal for me. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that I've realized, okay, let me say this. So prior to now, my message has always been get married young. My message has, because my experience has been, I don't have, and I say this with grace, y'all. I don't say this with judgment, but I'm saying because I got married young, I don't have as many bodies as like most women that are my age that are still single, and it doesn't even mean you're nasty, but you date. Yeah, I mean, I remember this girl in high school was like, you know, what if you're not a hoe? What if you just like date one guy every 3 years? But then by the time you get 35, you got like 12, 15 bodies. You know what I'm saying? And so that's one of the perks. And not even just the body count, but the souls that were connected to that. Yeah. Like I didn't have so many people to compare you to, or so many, you know, as you date, as you're getting older, man, this man that took me to Italy, Russia, Canada, I done been everywhere. What you really got for me that's so different? You know what I mean? So the beauty of that, the beauty of having children young, because now I'm about to be 30 in a couple of months. My kids are growing older. I don't got diapers. You know what I'm saying? So it was so many perks. But one thing that I have realized that has been a difficulty, not only I have experienced it in our marriage, but what I hear from divorced women. And that is, because you get married so young as women, about every 5 years, you're changing. And so at 21, the ideal of marriage and your husband was one way. 25, it became something different. And now that I'm about to be 30, it's big time different. Yeah. And I can see how women, I mean, I have a sister, you know, who got married younger than me. Actually, I think she was like 19. And she just talked about like, then I became 25 and I'm like, dang, I actually like this type of man. And I actually want my man to do this. And I actually want this. And so instead of warring through, you know, and I hate to use it as that, but it literally is, because it's like warring through the thoughts of something is better. We just leave each other, you know, because it's like my taste is different. My style is different. You know, whatever. And thank God I haven't had like huge, big moments where I'm like, you are literally nothing like that's my grace though. There are some women that get married at 21 and they turn 25 and they're like, who the heck? What did I do and why? And so I can see the downfall of that. And then maturity, you know, my level of maturity, even though I feel like this has helped me, even though I was mature for my age, somebody that's 21 that isn't mature for their age will choose another, her decision will be childish in who she's choosing to. So then when she becomes 30, oftentimes, you know, I'm just put this out here. I'm not trying to like, you know, step on the men, but y'all don't change a whole lot. Yeah. Y'all just maybe don't. Not as much. Not a whole lot. And so, you know, let's say you get married to a woman that's 21 and she loves the Lord and she's a stay-at-home mom and she's this and that. And then when she turns 25, she's like, I want to travel the world and be a missionary. And it's like, so who gonna take care of these kids? Yeah. So, and my answer, is there a preferred age? I think that per situation, it can be different. I think in the case of maturity, foundation, community, help, counseling, mentors, walks with Christ being really founded and anchored, I think that young could work. I do. Now, I couldn't do young and young. I had to marry somebody that was older than me. Yeah. But if you don't got none of that and y'all kind of scrambling through life, I don't know. I think that waiting is a new thing.
Waiting until older.
Waiting until a little bit older, I think, is a new thing. It's just, I mean.
So you know, your answer is it's subjective.
It's subjective.
It depends on.
Yeah, because I think that the unfortunate thing, okay, I won't even get into that. What you think, babe?
Yeah, so I wanted to revert to when I saw this question, I was like, I want to I'm gonna tell you guys what I think here in just a moment, but I wanted to pull up an article that I ran across, and this is an article from May of 2022, written by WCNC, which is in Charlotte, and so I guess it was based off of the Netflix series called The Ultimatum. Never watched it, have you? Okay.
I got a friend that was offered to be on the show though.
So they said after people watched this, a big question came up: if you get married before the age of 25, are you statistically more likely to get divorced? Okay, so a guy named Nicholas Wolfinger, a sociological researcher, went to go in on this. That sounds like a researcher,
like he know what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's like Nicholas Wolfinger, and he's a sociological researcher. And then you got Jackie Greco, a licensed clinical mental health counselor with Sun Counseling and Wellness. So, they said the answer is yes. If you get married before the age of 25, you're statistically more likely to get divorced. Mm-hmm. So they said from data that they pulled from 2006 to 2010. Basically, they did a big old survey. I'm not going to go through a big old thing here.
So you are statistically more likely to get divorced if you get married before 25.
This is what they said.
It's because the development of the brain.
So they said what we know is that human brain doesn't fully develop until individuals in their mid-20s. Until individuals are in their mid-20s, Greco said. He said, so in the terms, people's ability to regulate their emotions, to understand what's important to them in the terms of what they value when you're in your early, middle, and even into your late 20s, you're still developing very much as a young adult into adulthood.
Agree.
So there's a lot that's changing, and it's easy, I think, between the age of, your teens and in your mid-20s to be a very different person. And not that doesn't mean that there's no core elements to you who you are that stays the same, but a lot is changing. So when couples get together at a very young age and are moving through that time in their lives, there's a lot of things that are changing as these individuals are changing into their own people, but also then trying to figure out how you continue and make that work in your marriage, and can bring up a lot of issues there. Okay. So they said, if you wait until the age of 25 to 29 to get married, your risk of divorce goes down to 14%. 25 to 29 goes down by 14%. It drops down to 10% if you wait until 30 to 34 to get married.
That's crazy.
And I'm going to wrap this up. But Pete says people getting married at an older age is something we have started to see more recently. He said millennials, us, you're on the, you barely made it in, but you in there. Yeah. So
you choosing all extra
millennials are getting married later in life in their 30s, Greco said, but they're also staying married for longer compared to the other generational data. So,
okay, I just want to say this real quick. When Namdi read this to me, y'all, this really wrecked my belief system. Because I just knew the Bible always said get married young. That's what we've high-key been teaching on this channel too, by the way. Right?
Yeah. So
we always be like, if you find the Lord and you know the Lord and you know
good.
the Lord, get it done. And a lot of times we say that because we just know that we're all sexual beings and we want to be intimate.
Man, listen. So here's where I stand. Well, number one, somebody like me couldn't have got married in my early 20s. Would have been a wreck. I was still finding myself. And that's why I left a trail of broken hearts. And that's why most men in their 20s that's not committed to Christ in small groups and have discipleship going on and all that, they leave a trail of broken hearts. Shoot, some of them didn't even do that, dude. If they ain't got no real accountability, they leave a trail of broken hearts because we're just figuring out some things about ourselves. Like, oh, women like me. I told you before, I said, I didn't know that a lot of women like me until I got to college. And then I'm like, okay, girls from St. Louis like me, Chicago, all this. Why was I dealing with her? I could deal with all this out here. And then I started knowing myself. And then, you just going through the motions and messing up and breaking up hearts. So I believe it's cool for younger couples to do this only if they have layers of protection, babe. They have to have layers, okay? You have to be someone who is, it has to be a young man, young lady, came out of their youth group, serving in the church. They in adult ministry. They're close with somebody in that church, whether it be the pastor or one of the deacons or whoever, who is literally walking them through this thing. You understand? That they really, really love, and that's teaching them the word and all those things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not typically what we're seeing, though.
Definitely not.
Okay? Most of the time, nobody's connected. There's opportunities. I can't say it's the church's fault because anywhere that we've been a part of, they have something called small groups.
Yeah.
In some way, they call it groups or squads or whatever you want to call it. They have some way for them to connect, but a lot of times people choose to be outside. They want to be outside. I want to go to church, but then I kind of want to be outside too because the world is so enticing. And so with this just, with sin just running rapid throughout the world, babe.
Yeah.
I think I lean with you. Subjective.
Yeah.
It depends on the situation and the person. I can't say, unfortunately, this person for this answer, preferred age to be married. I can't say that there's a necessarily preferred age. I am grateful for that it was later for me. I wish I was locked in with Christ like early in the 20s and was getting discipled. And I can't say I wish because I'm so glad I met you and then I got married to you. So
yeah,
I don't know.
You couldn't have been younger. I would have been like 12.
Come on. We don't do that. I was 20 then, you know what I'm saying?
If you were 21, I would have been like 12.
Oh, gosh.
So you couldn't have married me.
No, I definitely couldn't have. Wouldn't have met you at all. You know what I'm saying?
That would have been sick.
I would have been discipling your man or something. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Wait, what? No, I wouldn't have had a man at 12, baby.
No, I'm talking about I would have been older, and if I really was locked in, got somebody, got married early, whatever. So
no, I love what you said about the trail of broken hearts. That was really, really, really good.
That's what we do. We're trying to find ourselves. We're trying to get esteemed. A lot of us come from broken homes, so we didn't have. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. What I was gonna say is, and that's the women that we're seeing of today. Is the women that y'all broke their hearts. Mm-hmm. They 30 now. They bitter. They got these. So that's the thing about marrying older, in my personal opinion, though, for women can be difficult because we got this very much like, I know who I am. Mm-hmm. I got to have a certain type of, because Namdi broke my heart and he left me to dry and I had 6 abortions with this dude. And so now and I feel like that can be difficult too, because it sounds good, but I don't see a whole bunch of like 30-year-old people getting married like that. No, I see more. Remember I told you that I was like, baby, people are single. Yeah. Like people are really, really single. I got 2 married friends. Like that's it. Like it's hard finding wives to be friends with.
It's harder and harder. And then you got so much. It's so many voices in you guys' ears nowadays too. Yeah. Like not just ourselves, but you got other people out there that's telling you, hey, in your singleness, you need to make sure this and that and this. Let me say this. Like no matter what we tell y'all, please follow all of those things there that we tell you, the non-negotiables and vetting it out and not just screwing around in your singleness and all that, but also dang it, I lost what I was about to say right there.
Follow what we're saying, accountability, non-negotiables, but know yourself maybe?
No, not know yourself.
It's okay.
I daggone.
No,
Hold on.
Everybody begin to pray.
Like, oh, there it goes.
See? Come on, Tom.
So, but also know you're not going to get it perfect. I don't care if y'all don't touch. I don't care if you did the non-negotiables. Y'all discussed everything.
You could be right.
I've still heard of people that still have issues. Now, they may not be our issues. They at least got to have a great honeymoon phase and go through the first 2-3 years and it was amazing or whatever. And they may not have so many things that's holding them up from, reaching some other goals or whatever that they have within their marriage. But you're going to miss something. You're still going to have to go through some rough merging, I say, with each other. You're going to have to look at the mirror, which is your partner, who says, hey, you didn't know you got that issue right there. Because they don't know that. They didn't know that about you because now y'all live together. Y'all live together. They see you every single day. So they see everything that you do, your good habits and your bad habits. So I'm just going to let you know, you're not going to get it 1,000% right before you do this thing. I just think that it's best done in layers, man. We've been graced. Like, for our marriage to be where it's at, it's literally God. Literally God. I cannot tell you that we've had a steady counselor throughout our marriage at all. No. We haven't.
And not even steady community.
No.
like just a couple
right.
that we can call and trust. Right. You know, we haven't even had that.
No, we haven't.
We've had each other in the Holy Spirit.
Really,
each other and God.
That's it. And just been learning and reading and all those things and praying and fasting.
That's why. But that's also why I believe in fighting. You know, I'm a fight girl. Yeah. Like I'm a fight for mine because I feel like fighting has saved us.
It really has.
Like in moments where we didn't have somebody to go sit at their couch and, vent and get help and this and that. We had to be like, all right, we all we got.
Yeah.
We all we got. So Takesha's not going anywhere. Yeah. Like, and I've told him that, like, I'm not leaving. Yeah. You're not either. So how are we going to figure this out? Oh, you need about 3 hours to cool off and breathe. Okay. What did I do? Okay. I'm sorry. Let's fast for 3 days. Like we've literally had to get in the word. What works? Okay. Let's fast. Yeah. Let's pray. Let's war on the behalf of our marriage. Let's lay our hands on each other. Let's anoint our home. And then let's continue to pray that people will come in our life and help us.
And this is why you need a praying wife and praying husband who believe, man. I don't see how people try to, that's what the last segment that we was just talking about. I don't see how people try to do this.
Without God. Silly.
How can you do it without him? Man. I don't see, however y'all doing that.
Because there's no reason. Woo. Like even when it comes to like things that you might do that's wrong against me, there's no reason for me to pay that back for good if I don't believe in God.
Yeah.
For what? No, you won't get these words.
No, I need my happiness.
Yeah, I need my happiness. Yes. I need my joy. And then when I read the word and I look at 1 Peter and I read 1 Thessalonians with Paul and Peter telling us the reason why you rejoice in these moments is because you're getting opportunities to be who God has called you to be. And when you repay good for bad, when you don't pay insult for insult, God blesses you. Yeah. And there's been times that I'm sure for both of us, but I'll speak for myself, that Namdi was in a weird thing and I stayed in my lane and then he came back, apologized, and we moved forward. But imagine if we always both immature. We don't have nothing we're submitting nothing to. We don't got a moment that we go into prayer and be like, dang, all right, I was wrong for saying that. Let me go back. Y'all not praying? Y'all don't got a God? Y'all don't got God? Like,
it's the universe.
Marriage don't work. The stars ain't about to help y'all do nothing. Nothing.
It's energy. I'm praying energy.
Man,
I'm sending energy.
Want that energy. I need the whole
energy from the universe is going to come, and then the rocks
need the wind of the Holy Spirit
talk to us, and it's going to give me a peace. So now when I wear this right here, it's nothing's ever bad going to happen because I'm wearing this right. I'm sorry. I'm picking on people. Let me stop before somebody really ready to get into it.
Because Christians wear crystals too. You know that, right?
Yeah, but it's a difference between wearing that and wearing something and saying this is peace.
Yeah.
This makes sure that I get all peace.
So if you forget it at home, you won't have peace the whole day. That's wild.
Let's just say I knew somebody who wore that and they still didn't have peace.
Facts.
So that's crazy. Facts. But anyway, man, main thing we say is lock it with God, man. Make sure that you just have layers if you in deciding to get married. If y'all, I want to know for this because we went a little long with this. We kind of segue on this a little bit.
I just want to say this. I'm sorry real quick. Marriage can work at any age. I mean, as long as y'all appropriate. The answer is God. If both of y'all are rooted, anchored in God, and y'all are ready to fight, because that's another thing people ain't ready to do. I think that marriage is possible at really any age, but a lot of times we just do it without God. I have to end it on that. You gotta do it with God.
Man, you got to
listen. You have to do marriage with
God. They don't hear this. They think it's cliche.
No.
Y'all think it's cliche.
Because
everybody say that. They just think it's cliche, but I don't know what else to tell somebody.
You have to do marriage with God, not the universe and the stars, not the purple and black crystals, not with reality TV star people telling y'all advice from their demonic altars. You have to do it with the only true living God, Jesus and the Holy Spirit. That's the only way marriage works. Right? If both of y'all are committed and anchored to being the best son and daughter to Christ, Both of y'all are submitted to being the best son and daughter of Christ. You want to be as pleasing to Jesus as possible. You automatically become a better wife, become a better husband. There are things that I do, not because I'm a bomb wife and my husband is just so phenomenal and he deserves it. Sometimes I just be feeling like he's not doing what he's supposed to do. But because I am more concerned about my father and how he sees what I'm doing to him, and then he gives me the perspective, that's my son too, though. Yeah. That's my son who you talking to crazy. That's my son who you not serving. He corrects that. And so when you don't have nothing to submit to, nothing that has authority over you that can bless you and give you clarity and peace and direction, marriage is impossible without it.
Yeah, let me tell you.
That's it.
Yeah. And we should be a great example of it. Because I know people who know me. I'm pretty sure, and I'm not necessarily mad at them. Probably said, "Oh yeah, Namdi's not staying married." I know they thought that. Shoot, I thought that. After once I got on, I was the first argue was probably the first and second argue. I was like, "Hey, cool then. Hey, this is what I kind of do. I mess up.
Every argument,
Namdi
thought
we can just forget
the
this.
marriage.
I thought it was over.
Every argument, Namdi thought the marriage was over. I said, why do you think that way?
It was wild.
That was like, oh, okay, guess we gotta figure out. I'm like, because I said clean up the hot sauce bottle.
Yeah,
Gosh,
I finally ran. That's why I thank God That's why I thank God every morning for you, because you fought for me when I didn't feel like fighting. You feel me?
You ready to cry?
Yeah, I ain't ready to cry yet, but you did, and I say thank you God for my wife every single morning. He gave me better than I truly deserve. So I know grace has found me because I don't deserve none of it. And I could talk forever about what I did.
Because when a man
somebody, you probably can run into somebody who
finds a
could
good
tell you
thing.
what I did. And it's not good when I was in younger ages. And so, man, I just know it's the blood. That's it. I hope y'all got it. And it will help you out. And it will help you know when is the right age for you to be married. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Is there a preferred age to get married? It definitely was. So y'all let me know down in the comments below.
We're done.
This is an Iwegbu production.
Period. So yes, that is all, y'all. We thank y'all so much for tuning in. Pillow Talking episode 24. Yes. Until the next time, we will see y'all and love y'all.
Holla at y'all. Peace. Hey, thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you could do us a huge favor, please hit that like button and please subscribe.
Yes, and please do not forget to hit that notification bell. We need y'all to be locked in every single time we drop this fire content. Yes. Also, we need y'all to follow us on all social media platforms at the Iwegbus. And look, we will see y'all on the next video.